So we out here with the boy Marso. So this is a Walk in My Shoes YouTube series. Uh, it's the boy Ocho Ocho, aka OTB Visuals, aka 88, aka Eduardo, aka the
Chee,
AKA. And
chee.
we here with Marso. Go ahead,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Tell the people who's Marso. Introduce yourself, man.
So I go by Marso. That's my actual real name. It's also my performing name. Um, what I do, there's not much that I don't do. I'm multifaceted. I'm a real Mexican. My brand is never not working. Um, let's see. I say a lot. So I design merch, clothing. I write music. I perform. I rap. I am a chef. I am a coach. I do lots of things. So yeah, I mean that's what I do. Who I am is authentic, real. Some people call it obnoxious. I just say what's on my mind. I don't really bite my tongue for nobody. So I mean, I'm just me all the time, and some people don't like that. That's okay. I'm not for everybody. You know what I mean? Not everybody can be pizza.
Bet. Okay, so tell the people where we at right now. So we were doing some other content, but we're out here, and I thought it was a perfect spot to get the boy Marshall with the greenery, with nature, the opposite of what I would like, but it's
Got to get
peaceful
him out
out
of
here.
his box sometimes,
Yes,
man. Got
sir.
to get
It's
him out of his
peaceful.
box.
It's peaceful, man. So
Yeah, we're out at Chevrolet Lake. We were shooting some content for some of my music. Um, yeah, I wanted to get out of the box, shoot something different that I haven't normally shot. Um, I'm not the biggest like go on a hike type person, whatever, but I do actually enjoy nature. I just don't enjoy doing like a hike. You know what I mean? So I love the air. I love the quality, the energy that I get from all of being around freshness and good God's, grace of beautiful things that are out here untouched. You know what I mean? I do enjoy all that. So we out here shooting some content, like I said, for some of my music that I got coming dropping. Uh, New album that I'm gonna be dropping called Therapy Music. So, uh, 88, you know what I mean? Told them let's go shoot it out here. I got an idea, I got a vision, and so we up here, man, enjoying the freshness.
and now we're up here doing the Walk in My Shoes. So actually, Marshall came up with the idea. I shot him. No, the name. I shot him the idea. I told him I wanted to highlight artists, not just music recording artists, but artists in general, and maybe just people that do other hustles or whatnot. But I think it's more entertaining. I think just for me. So this is like a passion project to highlight people that are creative, and it's just a creative asking questions to another creative. So we might as well start off with the never not working. I know you've told people the story behind it, but I want you to say it for the series for people that may not follow you on Instagram or YouTube, that maybe just saw this video on the suggested. Tell them like a real brief, uh, like not history, but like what's the meaning behind your brand, which is never not working. And yeah, just let them know real quick.
So, Never Not Working is a brand that I established, um, just trying to work on branding myself, and I came across this idea of never not working, of how it's like, okay, I need a brand that speaks like it's me. Like I can't. It's not something that I turn on. It's not something that I. It's a mask. It's not any of that. It has to. It's me. It's authentic. And for one of those things is just constantly having to create and doing everything, like never not working. Literally, just something that embodied me from since I've been a little kid. Um, just working at a young age, getting up early, not sleeping in. Um, so I mean, some of those things just really, really getting embedded into me. So like the never not working thing was just like a real, um, what I mean, it was me. And then also realizing it's culture. You know what I mean? So it's being Mexican, having this as like a culture is like us as a people that we're everywhere. We're never not working. Like there's not nothing that we as a people can't do. Like we figure it out. Like you know what I mean? Maybe I got a cousin that does it. You know what I mean? So it's a culture thing of us of constantly having to prove ourselves and uh, not having anything to what I mean, working so hard for it. You know what I mean? And like you don't want anything because we work for everything that we have. Like you can't say that we didn't earn this. So that's just a little brief of the brand, my brand, me. That's what it means.
Okay, for sure. So then I'm pretty sure some people will relate, man, and they'll go ahead tap in. Where can they go ahead and check out some merch or purchase merch real quick?
So right now it's my Instagram, Marso underscore MC, Marso underscore MC. That's on Instagram. Shoot me a DM. I have merch available. Just let me know your sizes. Right now we got hoodies and hats. They've been going crazy right now, so that's where you can get them at.
For sure. All right, man. So let's get to like a question for the series, man. That I think it's a real interesting question. Do you remember the moment you realized you had to create and not just wanted to create? So, because I know sometimes we feel like we have to create, but when did you realize like that you that was a feeling, like it just like you just thought about it, like instead of just doing, like, right, like just automatically? When did you say like damn, or questioned it, like why do I always have to, or realize that you're that type of person?
That it fulfills me. I
Mm.
think that's what like you know what I mean. Like that.
Yeah.
When did it, like
Yeah, yeah.
I think at like a really young age. Um, so some people go through like depression and stuff like that. And not having an outlet. So I think a lot of people that develop depression and stuff like that, sometimes they don't have the right outlet that fulfills them. So I was going through a lot of stuff at a young age, and me being able to write, man, like you don't understand, like journaling and everything like that. People, might joke around and stuff like that, but literally writing down like what you feel inside, man, is just it's something else, man. Like it literally makes you feel good, and then turning it into music, and then people reciprocating like that energy, like damn, like I fucking understand you, bro. Like
Nah,
you know
for
what I mean.
sure.
So I definitely at a young age, man. It was so fulfilling for me. Like it was a need, it was a necessity for me to go through life.
So before, when you found music, like before you found like you can write and make music, what fulfilled that void before that? Were you like in school? Were you an athlete? Did you play any sports?
I mean, I played lots of sports. Um, I guess I would play basketball, but I mean, I'm talking about I was writing at a real young age, man.
Like
Like
how?
I'm
Like
talking
how
like
old?
like 13 years old.
Okay.
So like, yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I played a lot of sports. I wrestled. I played football, baseball. Um, I played basketball with my friends a lot. You know what I mean? So I mean, I played lots of sports. I grew up like, we just if you didn't play sports, then my dad was just real adamant about that. You know what I mean? and it was like, don't get me wrong, it was fun. You know what I mean? Like, but I never like,
But do you get that fulfillment
yeah, I never
as
got
music?
like that fulfillment from sports, but I definitely seen it. If that makes sense. Like I seen other people were like, and that's like one of the reasons that I coach. You know what I mean? Because
Okay.
I seen it. Like I seen what that can do. I seen that's an outlet for sure. Like, you know what
Okay.
I mean? Some
Okay.
people use working out, like going and
Mm,
hit heavy weights and stuff like that. Man, they're like, oh man, I feel good.
okay.
And then I think as kids, definitely, you know what I mean? The kids that are talented enough, man, they just dig themselves so deep in it. Like it's another world for them. Like they may not be good at school, you know what I mean? And they may not have the best home to go to, but when they're out there playing the sport that they love, none of that matters.
Nah, facts. Okay. All right. So then, so when you were young, 13-ish, you want to say you found like writing and music. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, what part of your process would surprise people if they saw it? So something that they don't see, that they'll be like, "Oh shoot, like he don't look like he does this," or something you tell people all the time, and they're like you just meet that you barely meet. You tell them whatever you know that you do, and they get shocked. Like what's one thing that would shock people when you first meet them, or
I think like how empathetic I am,
okay,
cause I'm a pretty big dude, and then like I always have like a resting bitch face all the time. So I like some people tell me that I don't look
what the
approachable.
hell's that?
Like I just look like I'm pissed off all the time. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
okay,
like
like not not
yeah,
friendly, not
yeah, not
approachable.
approachable. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
okay, bet.
So like people say that I always have that face all the time. You know what I mean? So
Okay, I can see that.
you know what I mean? So like me being real empathetic, like I think that's one of the reasons that I always look like that. Cause like man, you honestly you couldn't tell me something where I'm gonna be like, oh man, like so shocked. You know what I mean? Cause I've been through man, I've been through so much. I've seen so much, and you know what I mean. I've been around people that have almost drowned. You know what I mean? Like in life. So it's like I don't know. You just couldn't tell me nothing that would surprise me. But like at the same time, like I'm just so empathetic, man. It's like,
So
man,
has
like
life made you
yeah, no,
empathetic,
really,
or have you always been like
nah.
empathetic?
Like life, I've been kicked, man. So it's like shit. So this is I'm just really empathetic because you just don't know what somebody is like going through on some shit. So it's like I understand that, you know what I mean? Because like I said, you know what I mean, listen to some of my songs and stuff, but man, that's not even
Okay.
that's barely like a snippet. You know what I mean? Because if I gave y'all my whole life, it'd be
Yeah.
like, damn.
And I
They started
oh,
calling me sad boy after that shit. You know what I
and
mean?
for the people watching this, just so you guys know, I hear like all his new shit before people. I get exclusive insight, and I'm gonna tell you guys like his up to date music, like people that is not stuff that's not out. I guess that statement, relates to his music now because now his music is talking about stories and other people's stories and relatability, which I think is fire, bro. Like people can relate more and they see that side of you that they may not know surface level. So yeah, I think that's fire.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, certain things come about in your life and stuff, and it's just like, man, like I said, like this is writing music is what makes life sustainable for me. So it's like
Mm,
if I didn't have this, I probably wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So like
okay.
that's why this shit's called therapy music, man. Cause it's man, like
Real therapy
real
music.
therapy, bro. Like really.
So with that question, let's follow up with this one. Was there a time when you almost quit music
Nah,
and or seriously like question that path or no? Or is that a
never.
negativo?
Nah, music's never turned its back on me, man.
Because we've known people that literally just from one day to another they just stop.
Yeah, I think I go back to this quote right here, man. If you quit something, you never loved it enough.
Ooh, okay.
You know what I mean? And that's like
Okay. Huh?
I
Hey,
can't.
that's valid.
I couldn't even if I wanted to. Like I said, you know what I mean? Because if I did, like I said, I probably wouldn't be here.
Ah, okay. Facts, facts. Okay, so then what's the hardest part of being a creative that people don't even talk about? So let's get into, you know what I mean, that conversation.
I think the hardest part about being a creative, that a lot of people don't talk about is like everyone's a critic, right?
Hmm.
So I don't think people talk about, so like, you know, like you share your ideas and like um your your projects or you know whatever it
Yeah, like
is.
your goals or
Yeah,
what you want to
you
do.
share them and like you know, for me it's like I only share them with like a certain amount of people. Like, you know what I mean, my circle's really small. But it's like, you know what I mean, sometimes like as a creative, when you're doing that, like you just want to be listened to, and like that doesn't happen all the time, and people are just like, oh, okay, that's cool, but you should do this. And it's like,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? And I'm like, so first of all, it's like it's one thing like getting feedback and criticism from like another creative, but it's really hard to take criticism and like feedback from people who are not creating.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I think that's one thing for me is like it's, you know, it's easier said than done, like my guy, you know what I mean? And it's like
Nah,
at the
that's
same
facts.
time at the same time it's like that's not like that's not the path that I want to do. That's not,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like this is
So they
what
got
they,
opinions basically.
yeah, no, yeah, it's
Everybody.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Even if you don't ask for them, they'll be giving you
You know what I mean?
opinion.
Yeah, and you're just telling them and they're just like, yo, you know, this and that. And I'm just like, okay, you know what I mean? And I'm not one person that's gonna sit here and be like, yo, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, I listen to him, but at the same time, like, I don't listen to
Okay.
him. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You know what I
So
mean?
so let's add another level to that question. So what's one thing that you think creative people, like in any creative field, I'm saying like the arts, right? What's one thing that we like you would share and say that we need to start doing more, that we don't do more? I don't think, yeah, I've ever thought about that question, but I, it's just it's something I think you as a creative can tell other creatives, like, yo, we need to start doing this more. You know, you could take it any way you want.
So it's like, stop expecting people to support you.
Elaborate on that. What you mean, like?
Like, literally, this right here. So you gotta put in work for it. Like, people are not just gonna be like, you know what I mean? You can't just come post some shit and just be like, yo, yeah, I made this whole ass fucking project. Listen to it. You know what I mean?
Just because?
Yeah, it's like, okay, you were fucking out here for 6 months or whatever, you know, you were working, but nobody knew that you were working. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like,
So
so,
consistency.
yeah, you can't just be out here just be like, oh man, I haven't posted on my page for like 6 months,
Hmm.
and then just be like, yeah, this is what I've been doing. And it's like, you can, but you need to ease your way into that, brother. Like you gotta, like you have, like I said, you have to put the work in. You can't just be like, oh, I posted like 3 posts and a
Hmm.
video. Man, I wonder why I only got like 12 likes or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, so don't expect results when you don't put in the work for
yeah,
those results.
yeah. I think
Just
that's
because you're creative.
yeah. Just because you're creative, I mean, like it's. I'm sorry to cut you down, man, and like your make believe or whatever it is, but like shit's just not gonna fall in your lap like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
For 99% of the people, this big ass artist that's in your field or creative that's in your field is not gonna find your work and fucking come support you and be like, yo, everybody check this cat out.
Nah,
You know what I mean?
facts.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is not,
Yeah, that
it's not realistic.
yeah, yeah, because the next question was gonna be like, what advice would you give someone that is in high school, right? And they're like, you know what? I love music so much. I'm gonna start doing it. So don't expect people to just support you off bat.
Okay, look it. If I wish I would have started like actually like I was writing and recording, but like nobody knew about it and stuff. If you're in high school and you're doing music, it is literally the perfect opportunity. Like find your crowd,
Hmm.
find your voice, like experiment the hell out of like, if you're in music,
Hmm.
experiment the hell out of all your music, bro. Like cuz you literally have a whole fucking high school. You see hundreds of kids every day. Networking is all there on your fingertips, bro.
Yeah,
Like
facts,
literally
facts.
there.
Yeah,
So you're looking at like at least 600 right there. And then if you can make merch,
yeah.
bro, you're in high school, make merch. Okay? Make merch. This will be your first job, bro. First job. Make merch, blow that shit up. Like find like a saying, put your name, a logo, make merch and sell that shit at your school for like $10,
Okay,
15, $20, whatever, bro. Cause like I'm telling
perfect.
you, you're in high school, it is the perfect opportunity, bro.
Nah, that's
Like
facts.
after that, all you gotta do is graduate from high school. You don't gotta go to college and all this other stuff,
Nah,
bro. Get
facts.
your
Yeah.
LLC
Hmm.
and you know what I mean? Go from there. Cause if you got a solid fan base of 500 people and you're selling fucking like, you know, if you only sell 20 shirts at
Hmm.
$10, that's $200. $200 for a 16-year-old, you know what I mean? That's pretty good.
Facts.
That's
Okay.
on, and that's like level. But if you could do more than that, hoodies, hats, make your way up. Keep
Hmm.
reinvesting in yourself, man. Like I said, the high school, man. If I had like a quarter of the knowledge that I have now,
Hmm.
and I was still in high school, it would have made my life so much easier. And
Nah,
I know there's people
facts.
that took that recipe and blew up off of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's great.
Facts,
You know
facts,
what I mean?
facts.
That's the real.
That's great
That's
advice, actually.
yeah. Nobody, and even in your field as a creative, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
pick up a
General.
camera.
Nah, facts.
Pick up a camera. Imagine in high school you start shooting your homies' music videos and stuff like that. At
Yeah.
16,
Make as many
you
mistakes
you
early
got
on.
you got a whole
Yeah,
2 years, bro. Like
yeah.
to just be shooting stuff and learning audio and all
Hmm.
that. Like
The whole nine.
yeah, get
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? You can blow up your own YouTube page. I'm
Bro.
just saying, use this right here. You know what I mean? La mente.
Okay, nah, that's fire, man. Okay, that's great advice actually for the youngins looking, or even if you're like, not young but like want to start, just consistency, I guess, and
Just start, man. Where's the
just
cutty?
start.
Where's the cutty, bro? You said just do it. Nike.
Yo,
You
facts.
know what I mean?
Okay,
I'm wearing Yeezys, but you know what I mean?
facts.
Let's get to it.
All right. And one question I do want to ask is like, what person like had like the most influence in your life, um, creatively wise, right? I'm not talking about like, like, as it, well, yeah, because I want to stray away from like other stuff. I just want to be creative, right? For creatives, I want creative people to get inspired by our conversations. So maybe like creative wise, like who, either someone in your circle or someone early that you met or that you looked up to, or someone famous. You're right. Like you're like, yo, their consistency, their art, or their hustle, like inspired me. Like, um, like for me, it would be Kanye, and I think you know why. And I'm not gonna elaborate on that, but like you as a creative, right? Creative, not like all around person, but just a creative. So we could just focus on that lane. Who, which person was like the biggest influence? And I'm not saying like style wise, right? Like that you wanted to do, or just in general, like a
Yeah,
creative.
cause I mean, I feel like
Or you could pick a couple, like a handful.
yeah, I mean, I feel like who I am as a person is not like a like don't forget like I've been inspired. Don't get me wrong, like with
Mm-hmm.
Kanye and stuff like that, but like who I am as a person, I don't think I could sit here and say like there's one person that literally. I think because I do so much, like I'm multifaceted.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I can't think of a person that's like them has their own like brand, does music, chefing, like.
Yeah, yeah,
does like sports, you know what I mean, coaching, like just this like does a bunch of shit, like you know what I mean. And then on top of that, for me, like culture is like a big thing. So like being Mexican, you know what I mean. But
yeah. But if
I
like you could pick,
no, yeah, yeah.
a couple, just creativity wise, like oh, his art or creativity. Like if you go back, let's say music wise, right? If it was a musician, like oh, if I listen to their shit, like it gives me like a little inspiration, like to either think outside of the box or you know what
So
I mean? Like
so yeah, no,
not
I
trying
get
to
what you're saying.
pinpoint like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
specific thing, but
So they like what I was getting to is at a real young age, my uncle
okay.
he rapped.
Elaborate on that.
He rapped.
Okay.
So he would freestyle all the time around us when I was little. Like he would freestyle. Like we'd be in the car and then
Just for fun.
well he actually rapped too, like with his cousin and stuff like that. Like they recorded.
Oh, okay.
So like he was rapping, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like to me, like he didn't fucking care. Like that energy right there, man, was like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
that energy right there. I was like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? And like my uncle, like you know what I mean? Like he took me, you know what I mean? He took me to like Disneyland. He took me to like my first Dodgers game. Um, so yeah, no, I mean he definitely influenced like the person that I am.
Is he still around?
Yeah, no, he's still
Okay.
around. So like you know what I mean? So yeah, my uncle Tom,
So do
like
you reach out sometimes just to be like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that?
all the time, man. He supports me big time. Like
Oh
he
shit.
supports me
Okay.
big time. Like he always buys merch off of me. Um, you know what I mean? He's been one of my day one supporters, man. Coming to see me rap and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He always tells me when he sees me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, hey, like that shit's inspiring. Like what you do. And I'm just like,
Oh shit.
so
So
it's
he
like,
he
and
inspired you and you inspired him,
yeah,
man.
and I tell him that shit because you got to give people your flowers, man. Like
Facts.
you just don't know what's gonna be the day. So I was telling him, I was like, man, I rap because of you. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
yeah. So
Okay,
I
I
mean,
did
that's
not
like,
know that. That's
that's
fire.
like so like my mentality and my like I could give a fuck less or plus. You know what I mean? What you think about me,
Yeah,
it comes from him. You know what I mean? Like
that's fire.
it comes from him. So like that's where that comes from.
Yo, big up
Um,
to Unc.
yeah, but I mean,
Nah, I think that's a you know what I
yeah,
mean? That sounds like a major one.
yeah. No,
Which
that was major. You know what I mean? So I
yeah.
mean, rap influences and other stuff. I mean, Fabulous. He's one of my favorite rappers.
Hmm.
Um, punchlines, man. Punchlines. Fab. I
Okay.
think Fab is the king of punchlines. I don't know.
Okay.
Nobody could tell me different. You know what I mean? I love East Coast. I love West Coast. I just love good music. You know what I mean?
Facts.
DMX. Um, I know. I think he gets left out of a lot of people's top fives, and I think he's hella
He
underrated.
does. Yeah.
Um, definitely Evidence. Man, like another multifaceted cat who's dope as hell. You know what I mean? Producer and rapping. You know what I mean? Like his stories, man,
Okay.
is a great story. So
Nah,
yeah,
yeah,
some
that's valid.
influences,
Yeah,
man.
I fuck with that, man. Okay. So yeah, we'll probably dig deep on another episode of this, but for now, I think that was a good one, bro. Big up to Unc, to Fab. Yeah, Fabulous is fire. Okay. Well, yeah, let's end this um with you want to give out any shout outs like so this like a walk in my shoes. I wanted to be real, genuine. We out here in nature. Uh yeah, bro. Like no, you know what I mean? You want to give shout out to anybody that, maybe watching this or
Yeah, walking my shoes, man. Make sure you got some fresh kicks on. You know what I mean? You watching this? That's
okay?
one of my things, man. You see me, so that was a little play on words that I gave 88. I
Facts.
wasn't gonna tell him until we actually did this right here, but
Show the shoot, show the
here,
shoot.
you know what I mean? The
Yo,
Yeezy week, you know what I mean?
the runners, those
These
fire, bro.
the wave runners, you know what I mean? Cause I create my own waves on some shit, you know what I mean? And the dad shoes, they comfy as hell. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
front on you,
Nay,
but yeah,
we
every time you
dads.
see me, man, if I ain't wearing a fresh pair of kicks, and you can go ahead and knock me in the back of the head or something, cause this shit ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? So
You but any shout outs, man? Like now's your time, bro. Like
Give
to
a big
people, like any shout outs,
give a big shout
people
out to
that
to Saturn, man.
family or friends and all that.
Give a big shout out to Saturn. You know, he produced this album coming up, man. Give a big shout out to everybody that's been supporting me, man, holding me down, all my family, man, buying merch off me, and all my really good friends. You know what I mean? I appreciate all y'all. Shout out to the people out there in Japan, man. I've been slowly growing my fan base out there. Um, Trying to get out there, man. Get me out there to Japan. I'm trying to take a
Hell
trip.
yeah. All right. Yeah, bro. And I think we're good, man. That's all the shout outs you want to give? Yeah, bro, it's your time. It's your time. Fuck ice. Let's start off with
Oh
that.
yeah,
Let's
definitely,
end
man.
it with that.
Fuck ice, man. Crushed, cubed. You know what I mean? All that.
Yeah.
Little baby ices, all that. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's fuck that, man. It's
Yeah.
all about the culture over here, man. You know
Culture.
what I mean? We built this. We built this whole country, and we still building, man. You can build a wall, but it ain't gonna be built right because we ain't building it. So
Fuck, yeah, I like that. So yeah, so we're gonna end this series again. We might have to catch up with Marso again. I know I already know we're gonna have to do probably a part two. Probably in a different location with a different fit, different shoes, just a different vibe. I mean, cause I think these series like this, bro, is creatives for creatives to inspire those upcoming
Fubu
creatives
for us, by us,
type shit. Yeah, I
Mexican
guess.
version. You feel me?
I guess you could call it, yeah.
Por
Uh,
nosotros.
yeah, so Marso, make sure y'all check him out on Instagram, YouTube, on all the streaming sites, right? Spotify, all that.
Never not working.
Never Not Working is the brand. It's solidified at this point, and um, the stuff he was telling me earlier, he got bigger things in plan for sure.
Yeah, shout out Tattoo Burn, man. I gotta get this shit tattooed on me soon.
Yo, facts, bro. That'd be fire. So, yeah, a walk in my shoes, and I appreciate Marcel, man. Thank you, bro. He did not have to do this, by the way. It's his choice, and I think he's a perfect candidate just to inspire other creatives. Just Never Not Working, the brand, his personality, his work ethic, creativity, and yeah, keep an eye out for him. And thank you, my boy.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, bro. All right, that's it. Let's cut it.